everyone to today's podcast. I'm Yatharth Patarkar, your host, and today we are extremely inspired. Today we have an extremely inspiring guest with us who is an alumnus of Acropolis Institute. Today we are thrilled to have with us Mr. Rohit Jain, the founder and CMO of YouVah, a platform providing real-time professional experience to teenagers in India. Mr. Rohit, who started his journey as a mechanical engineer, has successfully transitioned into entrepreneurship. We will explore his journey, challenges, and insight on making such a significant shift. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
Hi, thank you so much, Yatharth. Hi, Rajveer. Thank you.
So, sir, let's start by talking about your background. You studied mechanical engineering at Acropolis Institute. What initially drew you to this field of entrepreneurship, and what were your career aspirations at that time?
To be very honest, like when I started the mechanical engineering, I was looking after for other aspirants, for aspiration. Like I wanted to be into any of the armed services. So I wanted to be into maybe into the Merchant Navy, Indian Navy, or to the part of Air Force. So I was not very sure with where I wanted to be, but I wanted to be somewhere in the armed force. So I tried it while doing it when I was in 12th also. I tried it with the NDA and other exams, but able to clear it. So later on, I got to know that if you are in the part of mechanical engineering, then there are some entries, technical level entries, which happen in the second year and later on. So there you can apply for it. So with your good marks. So with that vision, I started the mechanical engineering, and I am glad that once I got a chance to be the part of Indian Navy SSB interview also. So I applied it through my when I was in third year later on. Then I have applied. So that was my plan, but then it didn't work out in that way. So I've always right from very early age of my life, I wanted to be into the business or other part because I've seen it in my family. My father was also a business owner. He used to run a coaching class. However, that was not a fancy startup term, but again, it's a business only to own a class to
Yes.
run it. So he did it for 20 years, and I am seeing it from my the moment I have understood all these things. So I wanted to have something of my own from very starting, and then in second third year, right from second third year, I started getting engaged with the entrepreneurship cell of our college. So ESL been a big journey for me and a big impact it has created in my life till now. So I was very much keen towards that side, but that doesn't mean that I've started just after the college. So I'm moreover into the business communication that I have realized. So till seventh semester, I don't have any idea or something which I need to work around on. But then I have figured out that I'm good fit for the functional kind of role apart from which are apart from mechanical. So I've looked after that where I can be the part of. So in IT, I've figured out that I can fit in where I don't need to code, but I can learn there too. So that's how it started, and I landed into IT later on, and then to startups.
Okay, sir. So, sir, how your experience in both IT and engineering lead to the eventually founding the UA?
So यार इंजीनियरिंग ऑल टुगेदर एवरीवन सेज कि इंजीनियरिंग में क्या मिल जाता है या इंजीनियरिंग जो पढ़ते हैं वो करते तो है नहीं तो फिर क्या ही फायदा इंजीनियरिंग करने का बट इंजीनियरिंग गिव्स यू अ ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव whenever there is any problem you think it in a way of technical standpoint or if I would say the logics of the engineers are very different that I somewhere feel and what I've done in 2 3 like all 4 year of engineering is moreover like few of the I was not so well in depth of the subjects. If that would be, then I would be pursuing the something in mechanical only, but that was not the case with me. But I really liked all those subjects, the importance of it, and it helped me somewhere groom my logical reasoning and technical skills. Later on when I worked in IT, so there was again a myth that you cannot be in IT if you're not an IT guy. Again, the part of what interests you or what skill set you've been carrying or what trait you already have, it will help you in whatever industry you would be in. So in IT also, I have learned a lot about all the tech stacks. Then later on, I started from the career with the company named as ConsultAdd. It was in Pune. I started in the part of consulting for around 1.5 year, around 1 year roughly. But it gives me a very, very good perspective about all over IT stacks, fields, and so on. So that was a functional role. But then next 2 years was a company techno functional role where I have worked for some big projects like Tech Mahindra project I've worked on. I was with them for around 1 year, where I was responsible to deliver a end-to-end web application for their new freelancing web app it was. So I led a team of around 15 developers there, being a non-IT guy and coming from the mechanical background. So all those experiences helped me to at least work with the team to figure out how to deal with the clients, how the software development lifecycle works around. If you are not coding, then what all you are managing. So it gives you a good perspective of product and then product engineering and so on. So this second company was named as MoreYeahs. It's an Indore-based IT company only. Uh, I've learned a lot there. It was a very good journey of my life that I was with them for around 2.5 years. So in that time being, I've somewhere delivered around 20 IT projects and into the domain like Munstack, Salesforce, and then SharePoint. So these two three stacks I have closely worked on. So it helped me when there was an idea which recently. So in COVID, when we started with the discussion of an idea, so we are a team of three founders: Chetan, Raghav, and Rohit. Chetan is also from Acropolis only. He's a 2 year junior to me. He comes from a BBA batch. So when Chetan first discussed me the idea, when I was in Moria's only, so he discussed me around that I need to build a some application which have a use case of social media where teenagers can come put their skill sets and everything like that. So this was the first very vague idea we started. You were discussing with at least. So there was a COVID and I was at home and we know each other from entrepreneurship cell. So later on, we sat and then we figured out that what are the requirements, how it can happen for. So then somewhere it was the first time that being in IT helped me to get in touch with the my junior who is building something. So that's how the journey of YouVah is at least started. And then we did the pivot altogether. We were building it as a social media platform for teenagers. Then we made it as a India's first internship platform for teenagers, where student can get the trainings, get the hands-on experience, can get a chance to explore some careers, and then later on they'll build that confidence that they can also do something for the ecosystem. So that's how it is, like how altogether IT and other part helped me in that way.
What a great story you are having.
Thanks.
So, so my next question, as you told that your inspiration was through like a discussion of an idea. So could you explain more about this idea that what inspired starting the UA and how did you identify the gap in the market? Requirements क्या क्या gather करी आपने ऐसा? Requirements
So
analysis
when
कितना important होता है?
So when we were starting it, the majorly it was like that TikTok was just got banned 1 month before when we were discussing the idea, and we were in a so much of virtue of it that the application like this will work if we would be having for specifically for the teenagers. So that was somewhere the main. So it was not an innovation; it was moreover like that the having some features of it, but building it for some another segment. That's how we have figured out that that's how we are different, that we are building it for the teenagers only, specifically based out of India. And then we started looking after for the requirements from teenagers in a way that do they need this platform or not. So it's a very interesting story. Chetan is based out of Khargon. So when he initiated with this idea, uh, he was very much enthusiastic about talking to teenagers who would be around. So we created a WhatsApp group where he have added some of the students from Khargon, and then later on we all have in one way or another tried to add some of our relative students and so on. And then he met some of the students in garden also near around to ask that do you need something like this, we would be coming around, we would be coming around. We named it as Kudos. So Kudos was the name of that application we started to build. And then requirements like that, what kind of features they need. Then we created our Instagram page, and then later on we started the podcasting on that. So I used to have a sessions with teenagers. That's how we started actually. So a lot of online, through this, like a lot of online teenagers used to know about Yuva, and then references and all these things come up. Then we have launched our Discord channel also. So over that we somewhere have around 2000 to 3000 teenagers. On Instagram we have 1600. On WhatsApp we some have few hundred. So altogether there was around 4 5000 teenagers altogether we have touched for this social media idea. And then we have figured out, yeah, that how we will earn and all those jargons of like what is the TAM for this market, what is the business model for this. So we started giving the VCs call, we started applying here and there. So it gives us an idea that this is something which will not be sustainable. We need something which has a revenue model, which has a business model, and all those things. So we asked our teenager, what are your problems, what are the pain points, and then they have mentioned us about that they need a practical experience. There is a lack of opportunity somewhere. And so then we have built all the ideas around that. And there was a euphoria of a moment when we got to know that new education policy got launched by government, which highly focused on internships and other part, not only for college but from school students from 6 to 12. So we think that this is the right stage to start with and work around it.
Okay, sir. Sir, nice. So, sir, as you told, you started initially at COVID time. So, since you are not having a business background, so how you manage the financial aspects of this starting the UA?
So I was into the jobs right from very starting. As I mentioned that my job was continuing. I didn't put the papers right. So I was continuing it with my job only. So in 2020, when we first started it, I was into the job only, and till 2 years, till 1.5 year, I would say, till 1.5 year, I managed my job and Yuva parallelly. Obviously, I'm not the only one. Chetan was just passed out from college, so he was having the time and he was giving his full time right from the day one. And then later on, me and my another partner Raghav. So we both were into jobs. So Raghav was in Deloitte, and I was in Tech M project by MoreYeahs. So that's how somewhere we, I would say. Have managed it. So the finances were very clear. That my salary was coming, Raghav's salary was coming. Chetan had did some freelancing work, so he had that, and also we all were at our home only. There was no expense. We three were only there. We three have closely worked only and individually for 1.5 year. That was a dating period also, you can say, where we were discussing idea, moreover starting things. Raghav was the one who was building the I would say websites, web applications, some of the feature. Chetan was looking around for that, what are the mentors we can have, what are the programs we should be having, what would be the journey of user, how they will be getting the value. And somewhere I was figuring out that from where the user can come to our platform, maybe through school, maybe through somewhere else, or if it was moreover like, then who all are the companies where they would be doing the internship. So we started it as a pilot of interning 100 students in the company. So till the moment we didn't did the pilot with the 100 student, nobody of us have left our job. Also, there was one grant which was of 2.5 lakh rupees. We were very happy then that day when we got that grant. So it was like one of my friend only, from the office friend only, who just randomly he forwarded one message to me, there is one competition which is going to have, and I have forwarded it to Chetan. And then we all together applied and we got selected and we got the amount. So it was like it was a cakewalk. It seems like a cakewalk, but it was not, as we were building it from past only. So that 2.5 lakh rupees also helped us, that it was a good motivation for us. Then उस 2.5 लाख रुपए में हमने अपने एक साल और निकाल लिए थे. ये पार्ट था.
Yes, sir.
That's how it is.
So, sir, my next question is, as you told that you joined the EDC of our college, so could you tell us more about how networking connections play an important role from transitioning from engineer to an entrepreneur?
So if anyone is listening it till here or going to listen it from here, just there's just one point I wanted to add up is there is only one thing which is important, that is networking. So it is moreover like that, that's the most important thing, because the moment if you don't know that this thing is for whom, or whom I have to talk, or whom I have to pitch for in your business idea too, then there is no point of it. Same way in your normal journey also, or in your life too, you really wanted to know that this is the most important thing. So in college, all of my friends, they used to tell that I know somebody or everybody in that case, that if even if we talk for a while now, I can figure out through two three mutuals in that way, even I don't know you from very beginning. So that's how it is, that's how I was right from very starting. So in college, through ESL, it's been a very very big help to network with some of the good speakers, then who are currently the leaders of startups and all those parts. So I remember I have attended sessions of some of the good entrepreneur of our city, like Tanu Tejas Bhaiya, and then Vinay Bhaiya, and then Mayank Bhaiya from Super Sourcing, and then Govind sir from NXZ, and then Saurabh Bhaiya from Load Me. So all these people now, they know me. That's how the journey been around. First of all, like I was just looking around and hearing all those sessions, and being excited about all these. But then that was the moment when we got a chance to network with them, and now somewhere we can say that to some or too many, we know we are connected. They're helping us, they're guiding us. So that's how it is. Like that's how the networking have helped us, or me personally.
Okay, sir. So the networking may play a very important role in your life.
Absolutely, yeah. It was the one of the most important role, if I would say.
Yes, sir. So, sir, what was the most significant turning point of Yuva that made you realize that company was on the right track?
So obviously, in every case, the numbers matter. And when I say numbers here doesn't mean just the community or something. It means money, that
Yes, sir.
from where the revenue would be coming in and all those parts. So when we got our first breakthrough, I was there for a for my very first sales call in life also, and for Yuva also, for if I would say in person meetings. So that too again, Acropolis network have helped me in that way. So it's a good story. So I am Bangalore was one of our mentor from very starting NSRCL. So we were sitting with our anchor mentor, and he has mentioned us that they have given us a milestone that we need students on our platform who would be paying us now. सो इट्स अ बिग थिंग नाउ. जो सब हम सुनते हैं कि स्टार्टअप, सुन सुन के तो हम आ गए थे कि स्टार्टअप है, ये है, पता तो था नहीं कि क्या करना रहता है. बट देन दे हैव सेड अस कि रेवेन्यू लाना पड़ेगा, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. सो इट्स बीन 4-5 months नाउ टू शिफ्टिंग ऑल्सो फ्रॉम कुडोस टू युवा. So then they have said us ki reach out to schools. Schools may need these things and all those part. And as we also said them ki students are there. So where are students? Students are in school. And then I
Yes, sir.
figured out that yaar, I'm passed out of Indore. I can reach my school also. I passed out from Sikka school, so I've reached there. Then I figured out that one of our mentor was there in college named as Aditya Avasthi sir. So Aditya sir was my mentor in CDC, Career Development Cells only. So his father is a principal to Choithram School. So from there, I've connected the dots and went and scheduled a meeting with sir. So then I went to Choithram, and Chetan and we have prepared the pitch, and we have prepared the DAC, and we have kept the prices 500 rupees. कि 500 रुपए में ट्रेनिंग और इंटर्नशिप हम करेंगे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, और 4 फील्ड्स रखते हैं. तो ये जाके मैंने जब सर को बताया, तो सर said us कि they have listened us, and he been a very kind person to say yes for our program. So it was the first school with whom we have started. So and then he has said ki you need to come down and you need to orient the students. You need to take the orientation. So then in ESL I have took a lot of orientation. So it was not a new thing for me. So we have planned the orientation, and when they took the orientation of students, So then it was a very good, they really liked it. And then we have opened the forms. There were around 100 students who have paid us. 100, 200 student was 100 student was approximately who paid us. So it was somewhere around 50,000 rupees we got as a revenue. So that was the first, very, very first breakthrough, which I would say, which have helped me to understand, yeah, this idea has a potential, not only to me, but to everyone. This idea has a potential. We can reach out to other schools too, maybe, and then we can have more revenues and other part. So from that time to now, we have done a lot of process shift. We have done a lot of business model shift, a lot of GTM shift, and that was the first moment when we have figured out uh, that this is something which will work and we should go through. That was the first breakthrough for yoga.
Okay, sir. So, sir, it is said that, as you said that, a success is empty without a failure. So, what there must be a setback in your story of entrepreneurship. So, can you share with us that?
Yeah, the first failure तो would be around कि I have reached my school only, Sikka school, and they have said me no. So वो तो हमेशा ही रहा है. And then we have there are a lot of failures which we have seen, still we see daily. So a lot of clients who rejects us, and then a lot of investors who reject us, VCs who reject us. Then I would say a lot of schools rejects us. Ki we don't need all these. Students rejects us daily, so we face a rejection a lot. And I would not say it as a failure. I would rather say it as in a learning only. When we have so we haven't we were unable to raise the funds very early, because we were not able to build this at a scale which should look a investable business to any investor or VC, right? So I left my job in October 20. No, I put the papers once in October 21, and then in January 22 we have launched the YouVah. So that time, now when you are doing something full time, so I and Chetan used to sit the first floor of this building. It's an incubation center of Ahmedabad, and in that one seat we just used to sit, and we just did one batch of Chaitram and another batch of Prestige. उसके बाद में एग्जाम्स आ गए थे जनवरी फरवरी. सो नो स्कूल अलाउड अस. सो वी थॉट ऑफ कि यार एक बार बच्चे आए और फिर बच्चे ही नहीं आए, तो अब क्या करेंगे. अब ऐसे तो मतलब कुछ चलेगा ही नहीं, और हमारे पास कुछ काम भी नहीं रहता था दिन भर, और हम बैठे ही रहते थे.
Okay.
So there was no mentorship to us that time, so we were lost a bit. So there is a stage when we used to feel कि यार it's a failure यार, ये जॉब भी छोड़ दी अब तो, और अब पीछे भी नहीं जा सकते वापस. एक होता है ना
Yes, sir.
सिंबल लिंक्डइन पे डाल दिया अब तो. अब क्या होगा ऐसे में, या सब क्या सोचेंगे, तो उस वो एक टाइम था. Then I am Ahmedabad CI co then, and now I am a venture. So they come up as a mentors to us, and there was a program which we were a part of. It's called it as a entrepreneur in residence program, where you need to be a 4-year degree and full-time founder. So they give you 30,000 rupees monthly, and they guide you also. So we became the part of that program. So अब थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगा कि चलो 30,000 रुपये तो आ रहे हैं, मतलब पहले सैलरी आती थी, अब ये 30 आ रहे हैं, तो हम डिवाइड कर लेंगे, खर्चे निकाल लेंगे और करके देखते हैं एक साल की क्या है, कुछ ना कुछ तो
Yes,
फिगर
sir.
आउट हो जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ मिलेगा ही नहीं, तो कुछ तो मिल रहा है चलो. तो आई हैवंट सेड इन माय फैमिली, मतलब मैंने बताया नहीं था घर पे जब तक कि आई हैव लेफ्ट द जॉब और ये सारी चीजें और ऐसे सब कुछ. तो दैट टाइम वी वर फीलिंग इट एज अ वेरी वेरी फेलियर, और राघव ने जॉब छोड़ी नहीं थी, वो छोड़ने वाला था. और वो हम दोनों को देख रहा था, तो वो सोच रहा था कि मैं छोड़ूं कि नहीं छोड़ूं, ये बता दो तुम लोग अभी. तो वो एक चीज थी. फिर उसके बाद में बोर्ड की एग्जाम्स खत्म हुई और ये सब, फिर वापस से जब स्कूल्स खुले तो हमने फिर एक पूरा रिवैम्प करा था आइडिया. And we call it as a Yuva clubs, launching a Yuva clubs in schools. So then we got the good breakthrough. We reached to a lot of schools. We make somewhere around 20 schools as our partner, and then we got the revenue of 11 lakh rupees. First lakh we have heard was like 11 lakh we have done that time. So while फिर उसके बाद में I am Ahmedabad have shown up the interest, and in the meantime Raghav has also planned to left the job and put the papers. So then I am Ahmedabad have put the 35 lakh rupee as a fund. फिर उसके बाद में our angel investors, we did a lot of work. We went B2C, then we gained somewhere around reached till around 1 lakh users in that year, second year of our journey, and build a team of somewhere around 35 40 people and gained a funding of somewhere around 1.5 crore rupees. So that was the second time when we thought ki, okay, yeah, now we don't have to look back and things are fine now. And to that time to now, when we have 2 lakh teenagers on our platform and somewhere around 11,000 paid users on our platform, then now we feel ki we are in the good way, and we have a lot to achieve in that part.
Yes, sir. So, sir, so how do you balance the technical and manager aspect of running a company? Do you still engage in a technical side of the things, or
So yeah, I sometimes, matlab, when you say technical, so I am keeping it as a technical coding side of it, right? The IT part of it. So now Raghav is there. He's the CTO of the company. He's a full time. He's a developer himself. He know technology and all. So he do the things end to end. But wherever I feel that I can give the requirement in a specific way, I don't mind writing a good BRD, good business requirement document where I can put up that this feature can be there, this button can be there, this sort of UI we can do. And as I know some part of coding too, so I just talk. It helps me to do a good technical communication, but I never invested myself in the technical part right from very starting. I have completely shifted towards my trade, which was marketing, sales, and all those things. So I'm leading that only, and I'm learning in the same space only.
okay, sir? So, sir, starting at this much big company, there must be many stresses which may be helping you. So, how do you manage stress and stay motivated during changing time of your entrepreneurship journey?
सो यार स्ट्रेस तो आजकल स्कूल के बच्चों के छोटे छोटे बच्चों को भी होते हैं 8 9 साल के तो
Yes,
स्ट्रेस
sir.
तो इट्स लाइक इट्स अ थिंग which is there very common in everyone. So I don't answer this in a way कि मैं मेडिटेशन करता हूँ या मैं ये करता हूँ वो करता हूँ, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. I just spend good time with my loved ones. I personally, if we say, तो I spend good time with my mentors. I discuss a lot of things with them. We three sit together and discuss all our stress, and we burst it while maybe finding the solution and all those things. So that's how it is. And I tried a lot of things, so I keep on uh, learning through podcast. I keep on meeting very influential people of our country who are founders of a unicorn startups maybe. So I feel very good that if somewhere if I know them and if they know me, at least I have reached in this position, so we can be at a very good position also later on. So at least कुछ तो हुआ है कुछ नहीं से, अगर हम स्टार्ट ही नहीं करते या स्ट्रेस के कारण रुक जाते तो एटलीस्ट वहां तक भी नहीं पहुंचते. तो दैट वाज समथिंग विच हेल्प ऑलवेज. And then I'm a person who loves to be uh, uh, very around the what I how I would say it. I'm framing it. So मैं बहुत धार्मिक टाइप का बंदा हूँ ऐसे में, तो आई दैट थिंग
Okay,
वेरी
sir.
हेल्प मी. मैं वो सारी चीज़ों से मतलब बहुत खुश रहता हूँ, तो इसलिए फिर वो सारी चीज़ों से इतना फर्क पड़ता नहीं है. तो दैट्स हाउ इट इज.
Okay, sir. So, sir, when I was following you on LinkedIn, I got to know that you got a chance to meet many new start entrepreneurs like Aman Gupta, sir, Piyush Bansal, sir. So, what was your experience meeting them? And
Yeah, it was good experience. Yeah, I really I didn't even just met. I had a good discussions also with them. So I had a somewhere around 4 minute discussion with Aman on YouVah, and then I had a around 1 2 minute discussion with Dipinder sir from Zomato around YouVah. Then Piyush Bansal also had some time discussing about YouVah. So it just not the chance to meet them. It was moreover to pitch YouVah also to them, and it was a very good experience. Yeah, the way they think, the way they talk, it's been very different. And I've attended their session for 1 hour, which was live, and And then I asked the questions also to both of them, to both Piyush Bansal and to Aman Gupta about YouVah in regards to YouVah, and they have answered it also very well. So it was not just the picture which I have as a memory, but it was a very good moment also which I have exchanged the numbers also in that way. I have given them the card and taken their mail IDs and all those things. So it was a very, very good experience in that part.
Okay, sir. So, sir, what would be your advice for students who are studying engineering but are interested in starting their own businesses?
It is for everyone who wanted to start their own business or an agency or a startup or anything like that, or even wanted to join a family business also. There's just one thing for them, and it's nothing new also, I would say. Exploration is most important thing, which helped me also, right? That I have explored a lot of things at the time of college. I still regret that why I haven't built Yuva in college itself. I would be having a lot of users there only, of ones who just coming from school to college as a first year. Then we could make it as a good brand. We could reach out to a lot of companies who've been coming to college for placements. So it's very important to explore, to execute it, and to start it early. So I guess these three things I can, three E's I can say it moreover. Explore, execute, that too early in that part. So I guess those are the most important part.
ओके सर। तो सर ऐसा है कि मतलब कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो स्टार्टअप चालू करना चाहते हैं वो मतलब कि इस हर मतलब कि ऐसे डिलेमा में रहते हैं कि स्टार्ट कैसे करें, क्या करें, वो और इसी कारण स्टार्ट नहीं हो पाती बहुत सारी चीजें, तो इसके लिए कुछ एडवाइस उनके लिए।
कोई एडवाइस नहीं है यार, जो पहले था वही था कि स्टार्ट करो का मतलब है कि स्टार्ट करना ही है बस। तो इट इज मोर ओवर लाइक कि इफ यू हैव एक्सप्लोर्ड एनीथिंग और इफ यू हैव कम अप विद एनी आइडिया और एनीथिंग, you just need to execute it. So, and how to do it in a way that you have to look around your community only. So if it is a clothing brand, then आपके friends पास में होंगे. If it is a shoe brand, then पास में होंगे. If it is any idea, तो कोई service पास के use कर सकता है. So that's how it is.
ओके सर। तो सर, it has been inspiring to hear you and your journey from a mechanical engineer to a successful entrepreneur. And sir,
Thank you.
your story was incredible. I got very much motivated and believe that the hearing audience will also be motivated. So thank you, sir, for sharing your story and insight with us today.
Thank you. All the best, everyone. If in any time you feel that I can be in any help, happy to connect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.